I want to ask you another very important question from your standpoint. Over the years, you've been on the sidelines of reggae music for quite a while. Both sides of the fence, you've seen, all the evolutions that have happened. You've been there. What can you say has been one of the biggest advantages that we, as a homegrown industry, has gained out of the globalization of reggae?
Well, so when I started out, there was no YouTube, right? And for us, like, there was a program called, what was it called? And Rachel was the host of it on BT. No, that's Caribbean Rhythm. Was it Caribbean Rhythms? Caribbean Rhythms. That was on. Huh? No, I think it was Caribbean Rhythms. Yeah, but the show that was on BT with Rachel, right? And I was in college at that time, and that was the only place that we could see dancehall music, like some videos, right? And then how could only certain artists, and there was actually like gatekeepers set up. You had to submit, and then I guess you probably had to have radio. You would probably know you have to have radio airplay, like on Hot 97 or something, to actually be played. And then they had this late show at night, like BT after dark thing, where they would play some of the grittier ones. But certain things since then, there's YouTube, there's Instagram. You have people that are not even artists. Like you have the Amaris and the Queenies and the Gully Bops and the different people that can just stay home, no gatekeeper, don't have to be on Hot 97, you don't have to even go up on a plane, right? And you can set up so your studio is now in your home. People are recording on their laptops, right? Yeah. So technology has evolved, and then there's no more gatekeepers, just you. Everybody a vlogger now. Everybody's a content creator. You can't talk to it. Everybody a producer. Everybody an artist. You know what I'm going? You understand? So I think that is what we have to our advantage right now. It has, especially during COVID, we saw that. We saw a lot of different ways how to make money in a COVID. You understand? When everybody was at home, people start using phone, people start develop this new thing. You understand? So that's one thing I've said a lot of there's no more per se gatekeepers. There's gatekeepers in a sense right now if you want to make a lot of money from it and you want to be successful and you want to profit on a certain level like everybody else in the globalized market. But yeah, everybody right now have a broadcasting device in their pocket ready. You have a gateway to the world right in your palm or your hand from home. You just need Wi-Fi or a data plan and can have a career and make money.
Definitely. You have something to say on that, Adam?
Yeah. I think, one thing about the gatekeeper thing that's really interesting too is, a lot of the artists in these different markets that we're talking about who have built fan bases, a lot of them have done it independently. And a big part of that is being not completely reliant on just your show income. So if you're making money every month from your music, from your streaming, because you own your masters, you own your publishing, and there's a check coming in every month from your biggest songs, then you can go fly to that country and do that tour where you're going to lose money, but it's going to build that market long term for you, so that over time you can build that market and be in a position. So as we move towards this less gatekeeper focused business, the more that artists are making from their music on the back end, from streaming every month, the better positions that they're going to be in to make the best decisions for their careers. And that's a really special thing, because the number of artists that I've spoken to, throughout time, especially a lot of the Jamaican artists I've spoken to who have told me they make $0 a month from their music, and you would be shocked at how big their names are, is insane, It's a lot of people. I remember we did this rhythm compilation, Collie Buds produced it, 2020. It's called Cali Roots Rhythm 2020. And the idea was to bring together artists who make reggae from all different markets around the world and have every single one of those artists pushing that project so that it could expose all these different scenes to each other, right? So from Jamaica to France to Hawaii to you name it, right? And from that process, Anthony B had a song in that rhythm. The song was called Chill Out. And that song ended up being really big for him in certain markets. So really big in Costa Rica, really big in Kenya, really big in Europe. Ends up being his top streamed song on his Spotify, if you pull up his Spotify. He's getting a check from that every single month. And he's, from just that one song, putting 4 figures into his pocket every month from that one song. He's able to make way better touring decisions than he was able to make his entire career, just from that one asset. So your music is an asset, and having ownership of that asset allows more easily to be able to penetrate these new markets where there's a lot of barriers to entry, so that you're not fully just reliant on your shows. So you have merchandise income coming in, so that you have music income coming in. And I just think that's an important just thing that I thought of once you mentioned the whole gatekeeper thing. So yeah.
All right, thank you very much. Aaron, just a spin-off from that same conversation that we, same quip that we had a while ago from Adam. And how is it, put it this way, in an industry where we are now competing for our own bread, reggae was our thing, right? And now we're competing against non-Jamaican artists. We make mention of Calibuts, for example, who, he has said it quite proudly that, the few single times that he's been to Jamaica. Now, do you think that non-Jamaican artists require that validation that was normally sought by artists in the past? So, you're coming from Spain, you say you're going to come to Jamaica and you're going to sit here for years or months just trying to hone it. Gentleman, a perfect example. Do you think that we have lost that relevance to the non-Jamaican artists?
Not at all. Not at all.
All right.
Sorry, just to go back to Jay's point, I think that now would be the time for people, Jamaican artists, to double down in terms of what makes Jamaican culture, what makes Jamaica uniquely Jamaica, and to build upon that in ways that we've been talking about during the course of this week, because that is the essence of it, is that the seed of it is here, and that does give you an edge.
Definitely.
I want to add to that. I think there's also a little tussle happening on home soil where a lot of people here has lost the true value of what it is that they have and has taken it for granted and has not paid a lot of attention to it, while other people with vision is like taking advantage of it. And then we'll see them and make certain kind of money. I say, hey, but I think that go on, like, how come we're not involved in that? But we take it for granted, and we, like if you follow the evolution of music, like in Jamaica, when it was like ska, rocksteady, and how reggae got developed, and what was being played on the radio during that time, they were listening to radio from America and listening to certain kind of, what was blues and jazz and certain things. You understand? And that then reggae got created, dancehall got created, and then now, same people back in dancehall now are listening to rap and trap and some other things, and they're fusing and making another thing, and it's creating money and they're making money. So in one way, you're looking at it like, they're more resourceful and a little bit more smarter than the artists that came before. When I say smart, I mean like they're not being taken advantage of. Like one time, you can't fool Reggae. You understand? Like one time when we never had internet and we couldn't Google certain things and figure it out,
Yeah.
So the new youth, them now that's being influenced from different places. People are listening to all different types of music, and we're now seeing it in the music that they're creating. And all the artists have beat them feet because they say, I change up dancehall and you change up this. But there's other people you understand? So it's like on the homegrown, a lot of people don't really realize or put that value on what it is that they have. You understand? And then other people are and it's making money from it. You understand?
And I want to ask Adam a question based upon that. Like, Adam, do you think non-Jamaicans, based upon your own personal visibility of what you've seen in the space, do you think that non-Jamaican artists value reggae more than Jamaicans?
No. I don't know how you could really measure that necessarily, you know? Like, I'm not sure what we would use to look at that, but I think, you know, it's the birthplace of reggae is here, and whether we want to call dancehall and reggae two separate genres, or we want to call